Yeah, the guy I saw wasn't hurt, but he was on the road, the side of the road, looking at his car like, fuck. And I was like, that's what you get. Fuck you.
All right, guys, so because of the coronavirus, I wanted to throw this out at you guys a little bit. Masks, we can't buy them. I mean, I looked, you order them and they're like a month out, 2 months out, whatever. These are washable, so I got several of these.
Nice.
The best thing I can get for dust, to prevent you guys from getting dust, and they are washable. So this will hopefully get us through this little coronavirus thing. So I'm gonna hand out, for you guys, at least in here, you guys can have one. Take care of them, and then they are washable.
Nice.
So that way you guys have something, well, you may go up in an alley too, so. But I bought as many of as I could get.
Good morning. Good morning, ma'am. We're just here to hear about the water heater.
If you painted that blue, you'd be Sub-Zero.
There you go.
Like, I want to be Scorpion.
Get over here! So, obviously these are just, basically they're made more to keep the dust out and everything else like that, okay? That's really what it's for. Still gotta wash your hands and, you know, don't just throw that somewhere where it's gonna get all dirty. Try to take care of it, keep it clean. And then, you can wash it when you get home and you have it again for the next day or whatever, so.
Cool.
I got like 25 of them, so that should be enough for us at least to get through this, hopefully till I can get some more. Because I've ordered some masks, but they're not even gonna come in until April something.
Jeez.
So they're like a month out.
Yeah.
Because I checked every single, I went through Amazon and there had like, I don't know, like 10 or 12 pages, right? I went through every one of them to see when I could get them, and it was like a month out. So what I was told was, and I don't know how true it is, but the government has priority and hospitals have priority over masks. So anybody who orders them, even through Amazon, they're all being like moved over, converted over to them, or
Makes sense.
So yeah, I mean, that does make sense for hospitals for sure, and all that good
You
stuff.
can still get the nice ones from like Home Depot, right? Or
No,
all those
no,
ones?
no.
It was,
No,
What, the filters?
All gone.
no, nothing.
The only ones that besides these, they have the ones that have like masks, like almost cartoony or whatever. They have some of those, which is basically the same thing. Or they have bandanas. You can get bandanas. So that's basically the alternative. So I thought at least I could get these for you guys so that you guys can, because I want you guys to be safe, obviously, and not getting lung cancer or some crap from all that stuff up in attics.
Walking around with snowboard face wraps.
Yeah.
Skulls.
Yeah, that's what they kind of look like. They have skulls. Yeah. They have those
It just
things.
goes around your entire head and then Velcro's in the back.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. And so anyways, I just wanted to give you guys those, and anybody else who needs them. If you need an extra one or something happens, let me know. I'll give you another one. But I bought what I could get at the time, and that was the max order I was able to get, because they're also limiting how many you can buy.
Like a 2-pack,
It's like going to the store. You can only buy 2 things of water now, and toilet paper. They're
Only
limiting
allowed to
everything.
get 2 toilet papers.
It's crazy, yeah.
Toilet paper makes no sense.
All right, so
Well, it's just
the
people
next thing I
take
want to bring up, guys,
the
is
entire room
House Call
and
Pro.
then sell it outside.
It's crazy.
Okay, House Call Pro. Kevin had asked me yesterday. I left and it was almost 4 o'clock, and I was driving, and he asked me about House Call Pro. He says, "How do I put a deposit in?" Okay, because it doesn't show deposit on when you go into your screen, right? It goes in, you're checking out, but it does allow you to change. So I'm going to start this. This is a little video actually. I'm going to start it so you guys can see. Basically, it does allow you, however, to go in, and when you go to checkout, you go to the job, you can change the dollar amount there, not the task, but the total job before it gets there. Put your check number or your, paid with credit card, whatever you want to do in payment notes if you wanted to. And then basically it gives you the remaining balance left. And then you go to your payment screen, check, credit card, whatever it is you're paying. So basically it lets you get a deposit, but it doesn't say deposit on your screen, which is kind of strange because, and the reason that I'm saying that is because on mine, like if we did it from the office, I'm going to show you guys really quick from the office, it shows this. So it's just a weird.
You can't do a deposit on.
Yeah, on mine it shows a deposit, and so I don't work this particular app out in the field. I'm obviously not out there in the field. So if I'm in the office and someone says, "Hey, I have a deposit," we can take it in the office. So I'm just going to give you an example of how I can do it. So let's say I went into this job. When I go into the pay screen for me, okay, see how it says deposit here? I can put a deposit on there, or I can put a discount in there. So I can do whatever I want from my office, but I have full privileges that way. For you guys, you have to go in and just change where it says, you know, the job total. Put $100 in or $1,000, whatever it is, and then it'll show the remaining balance is still due. So you just have to change that number. So it's really not that hard, but that's how you do your deposit.
Can you do that? Can you see that again?
Yeah.
I can get it.
Sure.
So it won't
Sorry.
change the full total, it'll just, when you change that number, it'll just be like you're putting the deposit in?
Correct.
Is that, yeah, is that what it is?
So if you
Yeah.
put 100, they're just paying for the 100 deposit?
Yep.
But
And
they're-
it'll still be a total?
So basically, again,
After you go to checkout.
when you go to pay,
Yeah.
so to checkout, you just go to job, back out the dollar amount, put that in there, and then it shows remaining balance down below.
25, okay. got
Okay,
it.
so that's all it is. It's pretty simple. Then you can put your check number in the notes if you need to. Tell what
So the
kind of
remaining
payment it
balance
is,
will still
check
be
or
there.
whatever. The payment box will still be there. All that good stuff comes up.
Got it,
So that's all you do is change that total. Okay.
got it.
All right. The next thing I wanted to kind of bring up is for parts. If you guys have a system, let's say Ryan, you sell a system, and you're ordering all the parts and everything else. Just make sure you communicate that with Nick so that he can pick that up prior to the job. So if the job's starting tomorrow, let him know as soon as you can so he can pick it up this let's say this afternoon before tomorrow, so it's here for you. I just want everybody to kind of go through Nick, making sure that you're getting your parts ordered if you need something like that. Okay, so for an example, the other thing that he's going to do for you, him and I talked about it. Let's say he has several orders he's got to pick up. He has one for you, he has one for Renars, whatever, has one for William. He's going to put on the boxes the last 3 digits of the job number. So 170000255. He's going to put 255 on there. So the last 3 digits of your job number should be on the boxes, just so we don't mix things up. Because the last thing I want to do is have an issue where he's loading, picking up 2 orders at Geary Pacific, for an example, and one gets mixed up and gets to the wrong job, and then we're driving back and forth and wasting time. So just make sure
Can you
also
just
when you
put
drop
the-
it off that you get your checklist and you mark off that you only get what you get. Just be really careful with that if that happens.
Why not just put the name of the homeowner?
You can put the name. You can put the name as well. I don't care.
Yeah.
Whatever's fine. Sometimes he may not have the name of the homeowner. He may just have the job number or the PO
Okay.
number.
Okay.
Like Renars called him the other day and he said, "Here's a PO number for this." Right. So I just want to make sure one way or another, write it on there. If it's the name, if it's the last 3 of the job number, just make sure we're
I'll
not
make sure that you
wasting
guys
time.
know it's yours.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, the other thing is closing jobs. I went in yesterday and was going through House Call Pro, and one of the things that's not happening is you guys are not closing out your jobs. So, you guys have to fit. You guys have the whole system on my way. Start the job. Finish the job. The whole thing is in there. So you guys have got to do that because if you don't, we have all these jobs that are sitting open, and we have to be able to do our accounting and figure out what money's actually collected, what's not collected, and we can't do that if I go back. Let's say I can even just go back to yesterday, go back one day, and a lot of them's on Kevin. That scene's there. Here's Ryan. He's got a couple of them here. They're not they're not
I think
rescheduled.
mine are only done because we just sent them estimates, so I kind of want to keep them up so that we can
Okay, so
make sure we know how to contact them
Remember
again.
we said on that to reschedule them, right? They still have to be
Right.
rescheduled, so they have to
Okay.
be moved. So
So
if
we
you're-
just reschedule them to the end of the day. for
reschedule them
another
till the
day?
end of the day or till tomorrow. I mean, so if you're doing a job today and you just
If
send
I'm going back tomorrow.
yeah, or
Yes.
if you want to follow up tomorrow.
Well, if I want to follow up tomorrow, that means that I don't have any work for that time tomorrow because I'm calling someone.
Right, no, what I'm saying is you put it at 5 o'clock tomorrow.
There you go. That's gonna be just at the end of
End
the
of the
day.
day, yeah.
Cool.
So put it at the end of the day for tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
and then it just says in your notes, you go to private notes and say just a follow up for my estimate, blah, blah, blah.
Cool.
And then the same thing, if you, after you follow it up, you can't get a hold of them, say,
Right.
put it tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Just keep it so that it's forward, not backwards. Because if I have to go backwards and look at all the stuff that's not closed, then I gotta have these guys call you guys and say, okay, is that job finished? Can I close it out yet? What's going on? Is it just an estimate? Whatever. And I mean, I want you guys to be able to follow up just like Service Titan, but just move it over there so that at least we know it's a follow-up only and it's on the bottom of the day. So anytime after 5 o'clock, they can put 2 or 3 of them on there, that's fine. I just don't want them sitting during the day, because then it looks like you're booked. And I'm not gonna give you a job.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh shit, he's got 3 jobs today. Oh, wait a minute. No, I guess he already did those the other day. All right? So I think that's all I really had. We had the jetter serviced. It should come back hopefully sometime today. So for anybody plumber wise, if you guys, you know, wanted to know where that's at, that's where that's at. But I think that's it. So,
Here, Guillermo, this is for you too, you missed the, I got you guys, these are washable, so take care of it, keep it clean, and then just keep the dust
This is
out of
like the
here.
best gift right now. I feel like this is like so cool to be
Oh, yeah,
getting
he's
these
gonna
right
make
now.
He's gonna make.
That's sad.
That's the